Some people you meet in life have the X factor. There's something about them that draws you in when they speak. They command the attention of the room, not by being arrogant or egocentric. People just seem to flock to them. Maybe you have a friend like this, someone who's a hit at parties or gatherings. You may have been to a seminar, a concert or a gig, and the person on stage is so engaging, you feel as if the world around you simply falls away and you can hear only them, believing wholeheartedly in what they say, living in the moment. We often refer to prominent celebrities in the media as having the X factor, especially those people who are still part of current culture and have been for decades. Betty White was a great example of this. After she passed away in December 2021, so many great articles came out about her nice personality, her generosity, and her work with rescue animals and charities. Watching her comedy shows and films throughout the years that she was active, you may not have realised what her X factor was. However, looking back, it's clear to see that the key was authenticity. Number 1. You can do this. So, if you're wondering what it means to be authentic, you've come to the right place. Everyone has the opportunity to be themselves and be loved for it. We might not always be everyone's cup of tea, but you can guarantee that the more authentic and honest you are with yourself and others, the better your life will be. You can cut down on personal stress, toxic relationships, and you can start to develop yourself into who you really are or want to be. The first stage in being authentic has been covered in many of our videos on this channel. Some of the people who are out there trying to get you to pay into lifestyle coaching and courses will call this deprogramming. They will make it sound like something you can only achieve through signing up to their schemes. Truthfully, you can unlearn the behaviours that are causing you issues by simply being mindful in situations. It will take a while because this may be the first time you're investing in yourself, and it will take some getting used to. Number 2. Unlearn some limiting behaviours. What we mean when we say unlearn a behaviour is the act of consciously assessing a situation and your gut reaction to it. You have grown up in a society and system that gives you a framework to live in. It's designed to prepare you for employment and conformity. At school, you are taught to sit still and be quiet, asking questions about the information presented to you, but without much scope to work off syllabus. You are given just enough education to get you through to young adulthood. Then, if you can afford it, you can educate yourself further. This requires you to have self-control and be organised because you'll be doing all the work based on source material. If you have to earn money on top of this, or complete practical exams and placements, such as in the medical field or teaching, it can seem almost impossible to succeed. This is because the system is set up to benefit the few, not the many. So, learning to see what your skills are and what you believe in is the first step of being authentic. You may have taken a class on mathematics and excelled in this. People encourage you to go into business or finance, but is this your passion? What if you enjoy geography and learning about the environment? You like hiking in nature, but you're under constant pressure to find a real job and start making money. At this point, whilst being authentic to yourself, you would do 2 things. Learn to live in the present and accept each day as it comes. Within each day, mindfully thinking about what you are experiencing. If someone is telling you that spending time walking in nature is taking time away from you working towards your education goals, think about why they are telling you this. Rather than accepting their opinion, you can have a calm discussion and explain to them that you're figuring out your own path and that it's healthy to go out walking. You could also ask them what they like to do and start an open dialogue about a work-life balance and the fact that in the 2020s, there are many different job avenues available compared to even 10 years ago. By having these relaxed, thoughtful discussions, you can open a bridge and maybe even inspire other people to consider if they are being authentic. Number 3, figure out what you believe and don't be afraid to say it. By taking your life day by day and slowly getting used to observing and questioning your actions and motives, you will begin to discover that a lot of things you have been told as facts are not necessarily true. They were opinions. For example, adults telling you life is hard, or people in authority such as within education settings telling you that you fit into a certain pigeonhole and that's going to be your path through life. Famous basketball player and TV star Michael Jordan explains, "Authenticity is about being true to who you are, even when everybody else around you wants you to be someone else." Looking at this statement, we can take it to the next level. If you have started to evaluate your inner feelings and you are becoming more confident in discussing topics surrounding what you want and what you believe, you may have come across conflicts and differences of opinion with those close to you. Firstly, this is completely normal because those people are also figuring out their own life. We don't always have to agree 100% with what our friends and family like or dislike. Secondly, you can start to carve out your own rules for what you will and will not tolerate in a relationship with someone. This is an example of what we mean. You're totally cool with the LGBTQ+ community and you see them as equal. However, your best friend has strong opinions against this and especially feels that gay people are immoral. They're vocal about this often and you feel bad. In this situation, being authentic, you can try to discuss the reasons behind your differing opinions, but ultimately, you will need to question whether this person is someone you want to continue a relationship with and be associated with. Number 4, the authenticity paradox. Learning to be your true self will be a tough journey at times, never more so than if you fall into the authenticity paradox. Now that you're becoming familiar with what you will and won't accept in life and what you truly love or hate deep down, you may start to fall back into those old learned behaviours from your past. That's right, you have a new set of rules and you start imposing them on yourself and creating a new framework. You may believe that it's better than before because you are in control of your feelings. However, this can still limit you greatly. Think back to the early part of your authenticity awakening, the moment when you mindfully discuss and connect with others, listening to their points of view. Being authentic means not being rigid. We have a great video on this called Be Like Water. If you're flexible and fluid in the way you live your life and the knowledge you acquire, you can use the foundation building blocks of your beliefs as anchor points. Then, as you move through life, experiencing events and meeting different people, you will also gain new perspectives that may make you reassess your beliefs. This adaptability, whilst remaining true to yourself, is how we grow. It's quite natural to find yourself evolving as you gain more knowledge or experience life events such as deaths, births, spiritual awakenings, love loss, financial hardship, and other significant milestones. Number 5, stack your skills and build your own happiness. Skill stacking is a buzzword which has been applied to finding out your personal skills, putting them in order of expertise, and then building other relevant skills around them. This then gives you something to present in situations such as job interviews, voluntary work, and also how people see you as a person. The reason this is important in being authentic is that it not only lets people see the real you, it can also help you be more successful across many areas. If we use the example from earlier of the child who was great at maths in elementary school but preferred geography and the outdoors, we can see how skill stacking works. In scenario A, the child follows their parents' and teachers' advice, developing their math skills as the primary area of excellence and moving up through college into finance and business. They still try to go hiking outdoors at weekends and watch nature documentaries. However, they are unhappy in their stressful work life because the job role is demanding. This means that time outside is used as therapy and to de-stress. There's not time anymore to explore new places or appreciate nature in its pure form. Slowly, the person loses their true self and ends up walking less and less because they're tied to their job and possibly their family. If they have children, they may not encourage them to go outside as much or explore because this part of the person's personality is lost. They are not being authentic. In scenario B, the person speaks up to their parents and teachers, explaining that while they can do maths, they actually enjoy geography and the family walks in nature. They explain that they like learning about minerals and rock formations and the plants that grow there. Because they are speaking their truth and also doing well over several classes at school, their parents see the child for who they really are, and as they grow up, they're encouraged in many areas relating to what they enjoy, such as chemistry, biology, geography, rock climbing, swimming, and continuing to walk in nature. As a well-rounded adult, the person can then use their skills in maths and science to find a job that suits them, and in their free time, they can appreciate nature and be less stressed because they're not hiding their authentic self. A happier person makes for happier personal relationships. So, skill stacking doesn't mean completely ignoring what others think your areas of excellence are. It means using your voice to speak up and also being honest with yourself about what you can do and what you want to do. If you think of it like a mobile, your main passion can be at the centre and then you can hang other skills and interests from it. Some people may even have a top 3 and then subsidiaries. However you frame it, just make sure that you speak up and explore your full potential. If there is a barrier, such as cultural restriction or religion, remember to talk about this with the people involved. Number 6, the authenticity checklist. This is what you should take away from our video. Being authentic is a way of living. It isn't a lifestyle phase or used for reasons such as clout online. You can learn to be more authentic without paying others to teach you. Start to be more mindful of conversations you have and situations that you're in. Discuss your feelings with friends and family. Start meaningful conversations about your passions, likes, and goals, and don't forget to engage with others. Recognize what you will and will not tolerate when it comes to your beliefs. If something is being threatened, such as human rights, animal cruelty, or toxic relationship traits, have the courage to call it out and stand your ground. Don't become rigid within your new set of personal beliefs. Everyone is constantly learning and growing. Be true to yourself, and if your opinion changes because of something you discover, remember to accept that and evolve. To be your authentic self, you don't have to shout it from the rooftops, but don't let others shut you down just because they appear to have authority. Be pragmatic, calm, and open for discussion. Finally, keep moving on your learning journey. Use the free resources on YouTube and articles online from well-researched sources. Engage yourself within other cultures and religions. After all, human beings cover the whole globe, and with nearly 8 billion people on this planet, you're bound to find out something new to love that you didn't know even existed. If you have enjoyed this video and you're inspired by what you've seen, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Let's change the world together.